Hi everyone, so today we're going to keep this intro short. I have for you a nice little holiday look. I have to keep this short because I am running late. I gotta go, but that's really it. Enjoy. Okay, haven't done a tutorial in a minute. Let's see if I remember how these things work. For today's look, I'm going to start with the skin. And I already did my eyebrows because I always do my eyebrows off camera because who wants to see that? But just in case you didn't know, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to start out with the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I was going to go in with my Make Up For Ever HD sticks, but I don't feel like using a lot of powder today. And because those are so creamy, I would have to. So we're just going to do this because it sets down a little bit more. Might have used too much, but I think it's fine. I was gonna go in with some hydrating stuff, but okay, so I have dry skin for like the first time in my life. You know, my skin always gets a little bit drier in the winter months, but I never had like prominent dry patches. My skin's dry. I have dry patches. I don't know if it's the move. I'm pretty sure it's because I moved recently and the climate is a little bit colder and drier here, so my skin isn't used to that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go in with the MAC concealer palette, and I'm going to take this peachy shade and place this. I'm going to lay it down like kind of in the hollows of my eyes where the darkness is. I'm going to spread that across. So I just laid the peach shade down. This is going to counteract my darkness. And then I'm going to take a liquid concealer. I know this is kind of like a lot, but I just feel like doing it. And I'm going to run that more under. Let's just blend that out and see how that looks before I do anything else on my face. Sorry, I'm quiet. Do I say sorry too much? I was told that I say sorry way too much, and I just don't. I mean, probably, but like for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna use the liquid concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, which is good for my dry skin right now. Then I'm gonna bronze using the second to darkest shade in this palette and use that as my cream bronzer. And I'm just using this crown brush. I usually use a stipple brush, but I don't feel like it today. And I kind of like how it's applying the product more intensely, because when I use the stipple brush, I go in with the darkest shade and I kind of need it to sheer out a little bit more. But since I'm using the lighter shade, it's not as stark of a contrast on me, so I can use a little bit more product. And I'm just placing this in the perimeters of my face, and I'm not really swirling my brush. I'm then gonna go in with some cream contour. This is just the Anastasia cream contour kit. I'm not too picky. This is what I have. I'm just gonna pick up the shades, and I'm really getting the excess off of the brush before I go in, and I go in with the lightest hand in the hollow of my cheek. I go slightly above it, and I just very lightly almost tap it in. I mean, kind of tap and pull, not going in harsh. I don't like drawing the lines on and buffing them out. For me, it doesn't blend well enough, and it's too harsh. This is just subtle. I like it to be a little bit more subtle. I'm gonna go in with the Dior Nude Air Luminizer in 01. I'm not really liking how this is looking on my skin today. I'm gonna grab a different one though. I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia Glow Kit in Sugar, and pick up butterscotch and mix with some marshmallow and use that. I don't hate these highlighters, they're just not my favorite. They're really glittery and not really in a flattering way, but it's the holidays, so give me all the glitter. Not really, but sorry, I'm annoying. Okay, that looks chalky and gross. It's fine. Everything's fine. For powder, I'm gonna mix the Hourglass Veil powder and the Too Faced Born This Way because I think my skin's just a little bit too dry to only use this, but the Hourglass powder doesn't set my eyes that well. Like, I still crease really bad with it. I need some bronzer, so we're gonna go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Bronzer. Not much to be said other than my skin looks ashy. Thanks, Hourglass. For blush, I'm gonna go in with MAC Melba. I'm gonna go in with MAC Melba. Sometimes I forget that this has blush on it and I'll like go over my contour. I'm like making it a little more pink than it needs to be, but okay. Now's the fun part, the eyes. Not really. I zoomed you guys in. I'm not gonna go all the way into my eyes, otherwise I'm gonna be out of the frame every shot, really. I'm gonna prime my eyes using some concealer. Really, I mean, it probably does matter which one you use, but I'm lazy, so for me it doesn't matter. I have A Star Is Born like soundtrack stuck in my head, and like I'm not Lady Gaga. I can't sing at all. It's taking everything out of me to not just belt out, because I wouldn't be able to hit any notes and I would sound like a dying goat. You know, I'm literally breathing so heavy, like wow. I'm so out of shape that blending is a sport for me. My skin looks disgusting. Okay, starting off with MAC Saddle, I'm gonna go in on a JH32 from Morphe, and I'm gonna start, I'm not gonna use this as my transition color, I'm gonna start by putting this on my outer corner using circular motions and starting to blend it in, like towards the inner corner of my eye, moving that way basically. I just am stamping the product on, and don't worry about blending it, about the blending too high. We're gonna go in with another color. I'm doing this kind of backwards, mainly because I don't know what color to use yet, but I know that these shadows blend out, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Suede to blend out Saddle. I'm gonna take this on a fluffy transition brush. This is the JH30. Pop off the excess and just kind of go above it. It's like already blended. I'm gonna layer up Saddle a few more times, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on with Oak from the same Metal Matte Palette. I'm gonna take it on a smaller brush. I'm gonna use my MAC 217. I'm gonna run those colors under my lower lash line, basically in the same order, and yeah. So next, I'm gonna take a MAC 242. I'm gonna pick up Amber Lights. I'm gonna place that all across my lid. And then I'll go in with a blending brush and help fade the edges. Take the lid shade and add it alongside my lower lash line, just on the inner part of my eye. Not necessarily my inner corner or tear duct, but right under. It kind of helps tie everything in my opinion. And then again, I'll just kind of blend it out. Then I'm going to take a smaller synthetic brush. You can even take the same one, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to pick up Thunderstruck and I'm going to tap into Flash just a little bit. Not even really. I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. I'm going to pick up Synergy. Tap off the excess and place it on this, kind of sort of on the center of my lid. More towards my outer corner to help blend Amber Lights and that brown shade together. Then I'm going to take a brown pencil liner. This one is Whiskey from Urban Decay. I'm going to run that along my lash line and also put that in my waterline. And then the lash line application doesn't have to be precise. So I'm going to smoke it out. Then I'm going to pick up Oak again and use that to smudge out the liner. I'm going to apply some mascara and maybe falsies off of camera, and then I'll come back for the lips. Because I am sort of in a rush, I'm not going to do false lashes. I think it's fine anyways. Most people wouldn't really want to wear the falsies. So instead of a red lip, I'm still going to do something more bold. I'm going to use a berry lip, and this is going to be a regular lipstick, so it's going to fade and it's not going to be as intense. I'm going to use this lip primer from MAC. It's the Prep and Prime. Blech. Then I'm going to use a lip liner. Once my lips are lined, I'm going to take my lipstick. This is the Marc Jacobs New Nudes collection in the shade Hey Stranger. And that's the lip. I like how shiny it is. Like, I like, so it's still kind of out there, but for me I'm a little bit more comfortable going out like this, and it's just a little bit quicker. It's gonna fade a lot better as opposed to a liquid lipstick, and you know, I can just wipe it off. This would be a pain in the ass to get off, so that's that. I'm gonna do my hair and then I'll come back for the finished look. Okay, that is it for this look. I finished my hair and I'm really liking how this turned out. It's almost more subtle and intense than the last time I did this look, because I went darker on the eyes but I didn't wear falsies, and the lip is lighter. It's still bold, but it's lighter. But I really have to get going. I'm already late. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, whatever. And happy holidays. Have a Merry Christmas.